Hello everyone, in this video you are going to learn what is a matrix, followed by how to identify the element of a matrix, and then I will also share with you what is the order of a matrix, and finally you can learn about how to add or subtract matrices. So let's start off with an example of a matrix. So let's say if we have matrix A, with the example of matrix A here, we have first element 1, 3, 7, 6, 5, 8. So in this matrix we have 3 rows and 2 columns. So it is a 3 by 2 matrix. So usually we write the order of a matrix first by row, then followed by column. Next, I will guide you on how you can actually identify the element of a matrix. So usually when we write the element of a matrix, we write in this format: A, 2, 2 for instance. So 2 is the row, followed by the column. So in a matrix A, second row and second column, the number is actually 6. Let's try another example. A, 3, 2. So we have the third row and second column. Third row and second column, which is number 8. Let's try one more example, which is, for instance, A1, 2, which is first row and second column, and the answer is 3. So this is the way how you can actually write down the element of a matrix. First you write down the row, then followed by the column, then you can get the respective element of a matrix. So next we will be considering another matrix and then also try to identify the elements of a matrix. Let's consider another example, which is matrix B. So in this matrix we have the following element. So 3, 5, 8, 9, 1, -2, 6, 7, 4. So this is actually a 3 by 3 matrix, 3 row and 3 column. So in this example, we want to identify, let's say for B, 1, 1, what is the element of this matrix B? So 1 is the first row, 1 is first column, so the answer is 3. First row, first column. Let's try one more element, B, 2, 3, which is the second row and third column. So I give you some time to think about it. So second row and third column, which is -2. Let's try 2 more examples. We have B, 3, 3. So third row and third column, which is third row and third column, which is 4. Finally, we have B, 1, 2, for example. So first row and second column, the answer is 5. So now you understand how you can actually identify the element of a matrix and how you can actually write down the notation. Row first, then followed by column. Next, I'm going to teach you about how you can identify the order of each matrix. So let's start off with the first example, matrix A. Let's say we have the element 2, 3, 1, 4. So what is the order of matrix A? First, you need to calculate how many rows are there. 1, 2 rows. And how many columns are there? 1, 2 columns. So this is a 2 by 2 matrix. So let's try another example. Matrix B. So we have, let's say 1, 5, 6, 7, 4, 3. So again, first thing, we calculate the number of rows. First row, second row. So we have 2 rows. And number of columns, 1, 2, 3. So we have 2 by 3 matrix. So let's try 2 more examples. C. Matrix C, let's say we have 7, 5, 8, 6, 4, 2, 5, 3. So how many rows are there? 1, 2. How many columns are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a 2 by 4 matrix. Let's try one more example. Matrix D. One, 3, 5, 8, for instance. So how many rows are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many columns are there? 1 column. So the order of matrix D is 4 by 1 matrix. So additionally, I will teach you what is a square matrix. A square matrix basically means that the number of rows is equal to the number of columns. So in our examples, can you think of which matrix is actually a square matrix? Give you 2 seconds. Yes, it's actually matrix A is a square matrix. Now let's move on to how you can actually sum 2 matrices. So in order to sum 2 matrices, first you need to know that there must be the same order. What does that mean by the same order? For instance, if let's say we have matrix A, which is 1, 2, so we have 2 rows and 1 column, so it's a 2 by 1 matrix. So in order to have the same order, we must also have 2 rows and 1 column for another matrix. So for instance, matrix B, we have 3, 5. So also have a 2 rows and 1 column. So 2, 1. An example of matrix where the order is different is, let's say we have matrix C, and the number of rows is, let's say, 3, and the number of columns is 1. So it's a 3 by 1 matrix. So in order to sum 2 matrices, first we must make sure that the order is the same. For instance, A and B. So we can use A plus B. The summation is 1 plus 3, 2 plus 5. So we will get 4, 7 as the answer, and the order of the matrix is 2 by 1 because it has 2 rows and 1 column. For subtraction of matrices, it is actually the same. First, we must make sure that the order is the same. So let's say if we have matrix A 7 2, so it is a 2 by 1 matrix, and we have matrix B 5 3 as their element, so it's also a 2 by 1 matrix. So let's say if we want to do subtraction of A minus B, since the order of two matrices is the same, we can do subtraction. So 7 minus 5, the first element, 2 minus 3, the second element, so we will get 2 minus 1, and the order of the matrix is still 2 by 1 matrix. So I hope you learn the introduction of the matrices, and if you want to learn more about matrices, you can check out my other videos in the descriptions. And if you like the contents, feel free to subscribe and follow us. Thank you.